Hello, my name is Julia, and I would like to welcome you to your safe space. Wherever you are, whatever you brought with you into this moment, it is welcome here. There is no need to force anything, no specific state you need to achieve. The simple intention to be here, to listen, and to breathe is more than enough. So, let's begin by finding a posture that feels both dignified and relaxed. You can sit in a chair, feet flat on the floor, or cross-legged on a cushion. You can even lie down if that serves you best. Just allow your spine to find its natural, gentle curve so that your energy has a clear pathway to flow. If it feels right, gently close your eyes. If you prefer to keep them open, simply soften your gaze, letting the world before you go slightly out of focus. And now, bring your attention to the breath, not to change it, not to judge it, but simply to witness it. Feel the cool air as it enters your nostrils, the slight pause, and the warmer air as it leaves. Notice the rise and fall of your chest, the expansion and softening of your belly. This breath is your anchor, a constant rhythmic companion that has been with you since your very first moment and will be until your last. For now, it is your home. As you settle into this rhythm, I want you to imagine your mind not as a problem to be solved, but as a vast, beautiful, and sometimes very cluttered room. Today, we are not here to throw everything out. We are not here for a frantic, exhausting spring clean. We are simply here to tidy up, to create a little more space, to dust off the windows and let some light in. We'll start with the heaviest clutter first. The weight you feel on your shoulders, the tightness in your jaw. Let's call this stress. On stress. Breathe into that feeling of tension, wherever it resides in your body. Don't push it away. Just acknowledge it. There you are, stress. I want to tell you a story. A few years ago, I was preparing for a huge presentation. It felt like my entire career was riding on it. For weeks, I lived in a state of constant buzzing anxiety. My mind was a browser with 100 tabs open, and I couldn't find the one playing the music. I wasn't sleeping. I was snapping at the people I loved. The stress wasn't just in my mind. It had become a physical presence, a clenched fist in my stomach. The morning of the presentation, I did what we are doing now. I sat and I breathed. And in that quiet space, a thought arose, not from the panicked part of my mind, but from a deeper, calmer place. You have prepared. You know your material. This feeling is just energy. Let it be, and it will change. And it did. The presentation came and went. It was fine. Not perfect, but fine. And the world kept spinning. The stress I had given so much power to was, in the end, just a visitor. It had overstayed its welcome, but it was never the landlord of my being. Your stress is a visitor too. It might be a loud, demanding one, but it does not own the space. As you breathe, see if you can create a little distance between you and the feeling of stress. You are not the clenched fist in your stomach. You are the awareness that can feel the fist. You are the vast room, not the clutter within it. With each exhale, imagine you are breathing out that clenching, gripping energy. You are not fighting it. You are simply allowing it to leave, like a tide receding from the shore. Inhale, space. Exhale, contraction. Inhale, peace. Exhale, pressure. And as the space opens up, we can gently turn our attention to another corner of the mind, one that often whispers, worries about survival and security. Let's call this finance. On finance, money. It can feel so solid, so real, so definitive. It can feel like a scorecard, a measure of our worth. Bring into your awareness any anxieties you have about money, the fear of not having enough, the shame of a bad investment, the pressure of debt, the comparison to others who seem to have more. Don't push these thoughts away. Just observe them as if they are financial statements laid out on a table before you. I remember a time when I opened my bank statement and felt a cold dread wash over me. An unexpected bill had cleared, and the number was lower than I felt safe with. My heart started racing. My mind immediately spiraled into a future of lack and failure. I felt like I was falling. But then I remembered my breath. I came back to this moment. Right here, right now, I was safe. I was fed. I was sheltered. The story my mind was telling was about a fearful future, but my present reality was okay. Money is a tool. It is a form of energy that flows in and out of our lives. When we clench our fists around it, trying to hold on too tight, we stop the flow. We create stagnation and fear. So, as you breathe, imagine your relationship with money not as a fortress to be defended, but as a river. Sometimes the river is full and abundant. Sometimes it is low, but it is always moving, always changing. Your worth is not the water level of the river. Your worth is the riverbank, the stable, unwavering earth that holds the water, regardless of how much or how little there is. Inhale and feel your inherent abundance. The abundance of air in your lungs, the blood flowing through your veins, the intelligence in your cells. Exhale and release the fear of scarcity. You are more than your bank balance. You are the consciousness that can experience both wealth and lack and still remain whole. Now, as we create a little more space by calming the stress and reframing the finance, we come to the most powerful, the most profound energy in our inner room. Let's turn our attention to love. On love. Love. It can be the source of our greatest joy and our most profound pain. Bring into your heart the people you love. Feel the warmth of that connection. Now bring to mind any complications, any heartaches, any misunderstandings related to love. The argument you had with a partner, the distance you feel from a friend, the longing for a connection you don't have, the memory of a love that has ended or changed. Love in its pure form is simply the energy of connection. It is the recognition that we are not isolated islands, but we often clutter this pure energy with expectations, conditions, and stories. I'll share a story with you. I once held a grudge against a close friend for something they said. It wasn't a huge thing, but it festered. Every time I thought of them, I felt a pang of hurt and righteousness. My love for them was still there, but it was buried under a pile of resentment. One day, I realized I was tired of carrying that weight. In a moment of meditation, I pictured my friend. I saw the hurt as a hard, dark stone I was holding in my hand, right over my heart, and I made a choice. I didn't condone what they said, but I forgave them for my own peace. In my mind's eye, I opened my hand and let the stone drop. It didn't vanish, but it was no longer pressed against my heart. The love, the connection, could flow freely again. Is there a stone you are holding in your hand? It doesn't have to be a grand betrayal. It could be a small disappointment, a jealousy, a fear of not being loved enough. As you breathe, place a hand on your heart. Feel its steady, resilient beat. This heart has the capacity to love, to break, and to heal, again and again. It is your greatest strength. Inhale and breathe in compassion, for yourself, for others. Exhale and release the conditions you place on love. Imagine your love not as a limited resource to be rationed, but as a sun that shines, because it is its nature to shine. It doesn't ask for anything in return. It simply gives its light. And in this space of open-heartedness, we can invite in our final guest. Inspiration, on inspiration and conversation. We often think of inspiration as a lightning bolt, a sudden, dramatic strike from the universe. But more often, it is a quiet voice, a gentle whisper that can only be heard in a quiet room. We've been quieting the room. Now let's listen. Inspiration is the mind wanting to create, to connect, to express. It's the source of aha moments, of meaningful conversations, of new ideas. Think of the last time you had a truly inspiring conversation. It wasn't a transactional exchange of information. It was a dance. There was listening. There was sharing. There was a meeting of minds and hearts. You felt seen, and you offered your seeing to another. I was on a long walk with a friend once, talking about nothing in particular. The trees, a book, a childhood memory. And then, out of nowhere, she shared a simple insight about her own struggle with creativity. It wasn't prepackaged advice. It was a raw, honest moment. And in that moment, a puzzle piece in my own life clicked into place. I felt a surge of clarity and motivation. That was inspiration, born from open, authentic conversation. Your own mind is capable of having that conversation with itself. The part of you that is stressed can talk to the part of you that is wise. The part of you that is worried about money can listen to the part of you that knows your true value. The part of you that loves can inspire the part of you that creates. So, as you rest in this quiet space, ask a gentle question into the stillness. What wants to emerge? Don't grasp for an answer. Just pose the question, as if you are tossing a pebble into a still pond, and then wait. Listen to the ripples. It might not be a fully formed business plan or a novel's plot. It might just be a feeling, a pull towards a new hobby, a urge to call an old friend, a sudden appreciation for the color green. This is the seed of inspiration. Honor it, integrating and returning. We have visited the corners of your inner room. We have tidied the clutter of stress, reframed the energy of finance, opened the heart to love, and listened for the whisper of inspiration. Now feel the entire space of your being, lighter, more spacious, more peaceful. The clutter hasn't vanished forever. That is the nature of life. New stresses will come. Financial worries will arise. Love will bring challenges, and inspiration will wane. But now you know the way back. You know that beneath the weather patterns of your thoughts and emotions, there is a steady, calm sky. This sky is your true nature. It is the awareness that holds it all. So let's gently begin to return. Bring your awareness back to the physical body. Feel the weight of your body on the chair or the floor. Notice the temperature of the air on your skin. Wiggle your fingers and your toes, inviting a gentle, soft movement back into the body. Hear the sounds around you, both in the room and beyond the window. Let them anchor you back in this time and this place. And when you feel ready, at your own pace, you can gently flutter your eyes open. Do so slowly, without rushing. See the world with the fresh, clear eyes of this present moment. Take this feeling with you. You don't need to cling to it. Just know that it is always accessible, as close as your very next breath. When stress mounts, breathe and create space. When finance worries whisper, remember you are the riverbank, not the river. When love feels complicated, place a hand on your heart and remember its boundless nature. And when you seek inspiration, get quiet and listen for the conversation within. Thank you for sharing this time and this space with me. Go gently into the rest of your day, carrying this small, quiet peace with you where you go.